Hello everybody, welcome in. Thank you for joining me for another stream. Thank you for understanding as I was a little late today, and if this stream happens to be a little bit shorter, because, well, it's just been a rough week with trying to make some changes to my narcolepsy meds and things like that, and I spent most of the day sleeping or thinking about sleeping, so I appreciate your understanding. It is what it is. If this is the first time you're coming by this series, it is a full gameplay series. You will find a playlist linked in the pinned comment so you can see the whole thing, and if it has made it to being a full video at that point in time, you'll also find that video along with any other Kenshi videos we've done. Welcome in Twitch viewers, YouTube viewers, VOD watchers, good to have you all. Kitty, congrats on grabbing the first redeem today, and good to see you as always. In this playthrough, we play as Bleep, Kenshi's weakest soldier, that is the lowest health pool in the game, and all of the disadvantages of being a hiver, and yet not all of the advantages. So it is a tough one. We are at the point where we are reaching very high levels, and we're getting pretty close to some of the end game enemies if we can find a way to bridge the gap there. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're pulling Kenshi up. So I'm trying to remember what was the big enemy that we fought last time. I know we did the Alpha Gurgler. Well, I guess we'll load right into it and we'll find out. But, yeah, I don't remember who it was. We were in the bone fields. Interesting. I know we had trained some against the Great White Gorilla, who has some incredibly high attack stats. So we were using to farm a little bit of defense, which, to be honest, I might do some of here in the intro while we just get reacclimated. Yes, indeed, that's where we were. Hey, what's up, Psionic Myconid? Good to have you. Now, is the gorilla in his home? Would be a great question. So just starting off the day, we've got 88 defense, which is very high indeed, but we do need to try to squeeze every level that we can. Show me gorilla. Oh. No, the gorilla may not be in here. Wait, did we... I think we killed the gorilla. It's been a week since I was in here, but I think we hit a point where we got done with the training, and we decided it was finally time to kill the gorilla and call it defeated. Hey, Wheezy, thank you for lurking. Well, if the gorilla is gone, there should be a number of mega animals we can try fighting still. I do have a sleeping bag. We might go try the king gorilla, who should be not far from here. Look at that pack of bone dogs. If we wanted to find the king gorilla, it would be roughly... Wow, look at that pack of wolves! What is going on? It is a dog day afternoon here. Although I guess it's 8 p.m. The sun hardly ever sets on Kenshi. By the way, for those of you waiting on progress for the Crabmaster video, I am working on it. I am doing the second pass of the last stream, and then if everything looks good, then it is B-roll, transitions, music placement, all those finishing touches. to be able to put out the Crabmaster video. It is looking to be about 11 hours long right now if I don't make any other major modifications. Thank you, Wheezy. And Pervicious, great to see you. Mute Streamer, hello, hello. We're gonna need some of our acid protection. And we'll go... I don't remember exactly where the King Gorillo is, but we will find it. I don't remember this particular stretch of land being blue. I associate blue sands with beak things, which you do find in the area, but I just don't remember seeing it here. Ada, hello, hello. Everybody pouring in, it is great to see you. Once again, thank you for your patience with me arriving not on time. But if you've been here for more than a couple streams, you probably expect that, if I'm being quite real. So wearing the dust coat, we have a defense of 91, which is pretty impressive. Okay, yes, swim through the acid. That's what I wanted. Good job. Very good, Bleep. Great pathfinding. Concept of time is almost non-existent. Ah, that's why you love the long videos. I have found a loophole in the attention economy. I simply make videos for the time insensitive. Can't believe we've been nameless 0 all this time. Me hopping on a new game every week, it was the tism, my lord. Me, except it's playing the same game every weekend for a year and a half. Different manifestations. Todd, how you doing? Good to see you. Sometimes you just need a 400-hour run to watch, and I feel that... Alright, now I hear there's a Gorillo King somewhere in the area, and we're gonna find him. Hope you're having a good weekend, you too. It's going alright. We will have to be careful for land bats. I believe land bats are vampiric, meaning if you are passed out, they don't eat your limbs directly, but they will suction nutrition from you until you die of starvation. Now this is Venge. All right, but what about the left? Well, you take all that's right, and when you're done with that, what you're left with is all that's left. Had to switch to YouTube because for some reason you had no audio on Twitch. Interesting. Sounds like other people are responding to me, so I think I don't think it's a Twitch-wide issue. Bleep, why do you keep running through acid water? Your pathfinding is the worst. I can't even really use the map to navigate because I just can't trust Bleep to go that far the distance without diving headfirst into the water. Thank you for letting me know, though, Wheezy. Hello, Fru. Welcome in. Good to see you. It just wants a soothing bath. Sure, sure. Don't we all? Now, if I remember correctly, this great white, or it's not the great white, it's the king gorillo, might be across a pool of acid. We may have to use crossbows to kind of aggro him and get him to cross over to our side. Remember exactly where. Thought it was somewhere around here. Oh, it's that one. It's that one. Yeah, so the ideal situation, quite honestly, would be to have a bed in the crumbling labs. But our health pool is so low, that's a real risk. Great white gorilla sounds kind of terrifying. It's a great white gorilla, which you're about to see what the what comprises the gorilla. I don't need you. Get out of here. We're going to use the crossbow to hopefully draw its aggro. Don't you go diving in that water. I'm going to put you on hold. All right, let's take a look at the stats, by the way. Ooh, this one's got 110 dodge. This one actually will be good for attack training, I believe. We probably will want to go ahead and put on the samurai armor. We can always switch to it if we end up getting acid rain. Are you winning? We're about to find out. Not even trying to block. Wait, what? What's going on here? Is it because he's on hold? It might be because the gorilla was so large and with him on hold, he wasn't able to do it correctly. I don't know. Okay. We've not managed to do that much damage. So what we need is to find a place now where we can do some resting up. I don't know if there's anything in the area. Note to self, characters will not block when not moving on hold with block on. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I think it just has to do with the size of the gorilla and the hitbox. I think he wasn't able to move into position. And it just resulted in not even trying to block. Alright, I bet we can go into the secret drug lab, maybe. I mean, if we're careful, we could honestly put a bed down anywhere. The strongest wildlife of Kenshi versus the snooze meta. It would be real convenient for me if the gorilla stays on this side of the river. Now, on the other hand, I think he's going to heal up pretty much all of his damage. A lot of land bats. I think Bleep is eating some AoE attacks right here. Hey, Space Monkey, good to see you. Okay, yeah, this one's gonna be interesting because we don't have a real good place to rest in light of the land bat attacks. I think we have to go, nope, not into the acid water. Or where's that town? Oh, that free settlement is so far away, but so is the drug lab. There might be another building up here somewhere, or... Small shack is 5 building materials. Thought you were about to say Freeside is so far away. It's a long walk to Freeside. Discovered unknown. Okay, well that is that's spring. wonder if I can do some organizing enough to get 5 building materials into my bag and make a small shack. Am I hated by anybody? Would anybody, like, come and start an assault if I did that? Dust bandits, if they reach this far. I don't know, I guess we'll have to find out. We're forced to get creative in this playthrough, and I like that. If I get 6 building material and 4 cloth, I can make a bed, which would be even faster healing. Freesight ain't what it used to be, and the Kings have had it the roughest. So we got a ranger shop, we got a tech hunter shop. I think that's it for shops. Hi, customer. No building material, huh? Oh, you got some ration packs. I would like those. Well, maybe we gotta go back to Flats Lagoon, then. We'll just stack some of these while I have the opportunity. I mean, we can check the ranger shop, but I don't think they're gonna have it. Nah, I thought as much. I'm 66 strength, we're doing not bad. 82 dexterity. How much more growth can we expect out of Bleep? It gets tough. It does. Maybe we go back and fight the Mega Crab as well if we take out the King Gorillo. You are all messed up, huh? Huh, I don't know if I've ever seen a crab in this area. Hello, crab. Hey, cemetery chick, welcome in. Ooh, somebody's messing up that gorilla. Stoner Fuzz, welcome in. You know, all this time I thought it may have been unnecessary that I went out of my way to get this trader's backpack, but it may just come in clutch. Room for that item. What would give me room for that item? Needs to be 3 high by 6 wide. I could do this for now. Move everything up 1. Yeah, that ought to do for a start. Okay. Brian, good to see you. Hope you're well. All right, back to the crumbling labs. Now that I can carry my house on my back, new possibilities have opened up. This is the perfect place to avoid RE9 spoilers. I know, and yet, to be honest, I think I'm going to stream it next week. I really want to play it, and I want to play it before I see somebody else play it, so. But for now, you are safe here. You think you'll play 4 first? I would. And have you played 2? I would definitely, from what I've seen, I would at least play 2 and 4. Two, then 4 first. There you go. Honestly, they're not super long games, and I think you'll just have more context for stuff if you do that. Every time you come back and put your headphones on without stream on the screen, you wonder what that weird noise is, and then you remember that Bleep is a speedy boy. Little skittering. Just gonna ask if I planned on playing RE9. Yeah, I'm still debating if I'm going to stream it, because to be honest, my content right now is mostly Kenshi and Fallout. But I wanna play it before I have a chance for it to get too spoiled for me. So I may just try to add bonus stream days next week. Okay, now this is interesting. What is it gonna be like fighting the Southern Hive? Taking a lot of chest damage. It's what it's like being a hiver. Getting hit in the chest always and forever. Meanwhile, you're playing Morrowind in New Vegas, alas, you have turned into a boomer. I mean, most of what I play is, when you think about it, Kenshi's like 8 years old. And Fallout 4 is over 10 years old now. Like how we all think we'd be Leon or Jill, but the majority of us would be Ashley. I would be Ashley, except I actually know how to shoot. Be useless at everything else, but you could at least give me a weapon, and I could at least put rounds on target. You'd probably still have to rescue me, but, like, maybe you wouldn't be so frustrated with me standing there doing nothing. This world is a dangerous place when you're a solo bleep. I guess what I should have done was taken off my trader's backpack while fighting the Southern Hive. Hoping to see if I can get this hiver to run by an enemy that will take it down. And then put up my little shack. We gotta have this. If we swap our loadout, we gotta have this fight. That's what I thought. The apocalypse comes, you're not trying to survive, just going to enjoy your final days and let it all be done with. Make sure you leave your loot somewhere that the ones who are actually trying to survive can use it. You know what I mean? Put out your cans of tuna and bottled waters on your doorstep or something. The way to make your character use a specific weapon if you are carrying two, I see you have 2 items on your back. I believe it just defaults to the top one. So if I wanted to switch from heavy to regular polearm, I would just swap the orientation. As far as using your weapon 2, I think you either have to unequip your weapon 1, one of your arms has to be crippled, or you have to be indoors. And then you will automatically swap to that. Why did I only buy 2 fabrics? I should have bought 4. I won't be able to make a bed now. That's irritating. Like to think you'd try and chill your last few days, but you think survival instincts would probably take over? Yeah, who knows how we would all rise to the challenge. Somebody's gonna live stream it. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I've researched beds. I haven't. So I couldn't build a bed anyways. So we're just going to put down a camp bed inside here. As soon as the pantry is out of Doritos and peanut M&Ms, you would die in an apocalypse. See, you know what your life is worth living for. Not everybody has that clarity. All right, so the idea is we've put down this small shack and this camp bed so that we can fight the King Gorillo over here and have a relatively safe place to rest in between bouts. This is going to be interesting. Backpack deck is so full of crap. All right, we'll come over here and we'll aggro the King Gorillo. When he gets closer, we might try to lead him back toward the shack. Okay, that ought to be pretty close. Swap the weapon. You know what? We'll do more damage with the regular polearm, I think. We get the bonus buff to animals. And it attacks so fast. What? Why did it? Don't forget weapon 2 being melee and weapon 1 being ranged. Your character will auto swap. Yes, that's true. Yeah, if you have ranged in the first slot, your character will swap to either weapon 2 or to martial arts when the enemy gets close. And the attack rate is so fast. I wonder if we have better success with the dust coat. And here we go to rest up. I think conveniently the Gorillo is going to stay there. He's going to do a little dance to entertain us while we wait. Hey, my melee attack raised 1. That's not terrible. Now he's destroying some land bats. Where are you going now? Oh, land bats. See, and this is why we have the shack. Because the land bats could be approaching us while we sleep. Okay, he's going back, so what I want to do is swap over to the dust coat and try it this time. Shut this door. I said shut this door. Yeah, that dust coat's not working any better for us. Go on, Bleep, get inside there. Okay, so the Masterwork Samurai armor is the way to go. We have so little health. Dustcoat just wasn't going to cut it as a defensive armament. We're doing some damage to it, but slowly. I think it went back home. Life ain't easy when you're this weak. Also, welcome in, Paul. How you doing? That up. Oh. Curse me and my wanting to carry around all of the everything. Still don't think that's gonna cut it. But maybe this. There we go. Okay, so he's not healing up that fast. We are gonna wear him down eventually, and we're gonna get our training in the process. It's just gonna take a minute. Because they don't try to block or dodge attacks, I think the real clutch thing here would be if I could increase my combat speed, but I've just got really nothing I can do that with without becoming super squishy. If I take off the chest plate or the samurai armor, I would attack faster, but I would just be taking a lot more damage. Okay, time to get inside. Okay, it's going down a little. We gained like 20% of a single level of attack. So, you know, stuff's happening. We've reached the real grind phase of the run. And we're not even taking damage in a cool limb, like losing our right leg to put a scout leg on. Is there anything else that could boost dex at that point? Because I don't know what else you're supposed to do. I don't think so. Technically, ditching the Thieves' Backpack would very slightly increase my attack and defense skill. But if I swap out any of this armor, then it's just I'm gonna be taking a bunch of damage again. I could technically take off the armored faceplates and gain +2 attack and defense, but again, you know, that's so little for me just to take a bunch more damage. There we go. Now bring him back home. Come on, Bleep, you got this. Dropping the bags for even less encumbrance. Yeah, it could be something. I mean, my dexterity right now is 83. And encumbrance doesn't actually seem to be lowering my dexterity, just my injuries and my equipment. All right, that's more head damage. Time to leave. Should be playing some Mortal Kombat theme. Welcome in, how you doing? I mean, the good news is, as painful as this is, it is still raising our attack and defense. So we are going to get a little bit stronger by doing this. Bad news is we will probably be here all night doing so. I'd be curious to see what happens if we went back to Howler Maze with this setup. We might do it after we defeat the King Gorillo. Hey, thanks for lurking. Then truly the correct answer must be not wearing armor, pausing on each hit received, putting the armor on until victory. Come on, I just need to aggro him. Oh man, he's practicing Zen meditation. He's unaggroable. He has mastered the fight that I cannot. Wait, where'd he go? There he is. Ah, there we go. We have finally gotten through to him. Turns out, even with a terrible crossbow skill, it is seemingly hard to miss an enemy this large. And we go back to the polearm. Draw him back to our little shack. Nope. He's become so resistant to aggro. He has learned that anger is like holding on to a hot coal. Just would like to be close to my shack, please. Is that too much for a man to want in this life? Oh, he's not blocking because of the hold thing again. What's going on now? Resistant to the taunt option. Good question. Hello, follower of Clay. Good to see you. All I know is at the apex of this battle, we will truly have earned our experience. See, so we're lowering his dodge as he takes damage, which means we're getting slightly less attack XP, I think. We're also lowering his dexterity, which I think is part of what's making it possible to block more attacks and get more hits in. All right. Although as we take damage, our dexterity gets lowered as well. Yes, you wait right there for me. Where I shall rest, and then we shall meet in combat again. Yeah, we're creeping up to that attack 76. Now this is how Kenshi was meant to be played. Gonna go attack that Leviathan. Here I was talking about how he was so impossible to aggro, but apparently he's got beef with Leviathans. All hell the shoebox house. Okay, we've got ads in about a minute, so I'm just going to go ahead and run them early while I go to the restroom. And everybody take a quick break, and when we come back, we will see if we can continue the cycle until the King Gorillo has fallen. I'll see you all in just a moment. I appreciate you. Oh. I thought that was my tranquilizer rifle. Oh, I went full lethal. Just shot that man in the face. I thought that was my tranquilizer. You taught me about this.
returns at last.
Why is that a thing?
I trust you have my eldest. To see my daughter.
Leon! Louis, I've got something for you guys.
Did anybody catch the
Oh,
zoom
shit.
when he said,
I
"I've
must have
got
dropped it when I
something
was
for
running
you
away from
guys"?
Drop
What exactly has he got
Drug
there
that'll
for
stop your
us?
convulsions. Look, I know you're a carrier. You've been coughing up blood, right?
He even had his hands on
Yeah.
his hip.
And you.
Am I winning? Yeah, let's go with yes. Let's go with yes. Because that feels a lot better to believe.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later.
Now's a bad time. He'll be back for it later. Okay, he won't be back later.
See someone run past
Would you leave me alone?
Well, if you do.
Something's gonna come bursting through this wall. I can feel it. What did I say? Toilet! I got so excited for the toilet. I didn't check to see if the sink worked. All right, thanks for hanging out. So, we got a question. Stronger enemy logic doesn't take into account the enemy getting weaker. I was pretty sure it does because I know it takes into account when you get weaker due to, like, hunger. Well, I guess, but that's strength. I don't know. That's a good question. If we see Frankie or somebody today, we'll ask. But I was pretty sure stronger opponent logic does take into account all of those situational debuffs. I can't get out of here. Bleep doesn't know how doors work. Hey, it does seem like Taunt is doing a decent job making him follow, at least a little further. Imagine if he's just getting tired of being baited into fighting. He says, no more. Hoping to get a good screenshot here for the next thumbnail. Out of my way, grass. I'm trying to be artistic. Is led to believe that giving guards shackles so that they'd be weaker would make them really good training partners, but don't know the math on the XP gain versus just a starving bandit. Yeah, I don't know either. Hey, welcome in, Onyx. Good to have you. Love that you refrain from doing interesting stuff during ads. I do my best. I play it by ear, but I do generally try to avoid it. I prefer not to push for people to pay to subscribe to me or anything. Ads during a boss battle would suck. Yeah, I definitely try to avoid that. Although I have less control on the YouTube stream side. I will say ads on YouTube videos are kind of my bread and butter, but that's different because it's not live content. All right, Bleep, run away. Run away and sleep. Taking a nap remains an undefeated strategy. Go, Bleep. Hey, we're almost about to tick over a new level of attack and defense. The way are these, they're in a recovery that one's dead. We should just throw their skin on the ground so that they don't wake back up at a really inopportune time. I think it was just the one. Ads during a boss battle just wiped and used that run for cope for the next hour, but I play Permadeath. If I wipe to a boss, that's it. That's the end of the series. I think before we go to the next location, I'll try to get enough fabric that we can build a bed. Like in Dark Souls or something, obviously, yeah. All right, is my Gorillo still around here, or nope, he went back home. I see the shadow in the water. It's like I'm hunting Del Lago. Leon Kennedy and Kenshi win. Would have totally beaten Morgat, but I had to make sure you all got to see it and there weren't any ads. I guess I could use the crossbow to lure him a little more effectively, and then just swap to the polearm when he's in range. Never actually played this game, but it would probably be your jam if you had a PC. Love how the plot just develops during gameplay and you can create different stories with it. That is exactly what I focus on I upload my playthroughs as edited videos on YouTube, and I focus on telling a story with them. And yeah, that's the whole reason I play Permadeath and things like that, is I believe it's a better story when you live with the consequences. Where are you going? Maybe crossbow training is in order. Your decks should outclass almost everyone in a 1v1, but you probably need it to be a 1v1 to win. Yeah, I mean, Dex 82 is not bad. Crossbow training's maybe not the most efficient way to increase that, but it's one option. The efficient way is probably more crab training with a polearm. Alright, Bleep. Your enemy is getting weaker every time we do this. I know it doesn't feel like it. Kinda like CDDA in that respect. Not a fan of zombies, but love how it gives you a journal to write in so you can roleplay your character. You know, I've wanted to get into CDDA before. I wonder if it's a good stream game. CDDA got an update a while back and not sure what changed. It's kind of annoyed you ever since they changed the inventory system. Gotcha. Yeah, I've heard great things about it. It just seems like the kind of game where you have to follow a lot of small visual details, and I don't know about streaming it. And that's pretty much the only time I set aside to play games these days is when I stream. Which is probably unhealthy, but at the same time, I spend enough time gaming as it is. Oh, who's out here fighting? Drifters. Oh, are these the randomly aggressive drifters? Maybe. Maybe. Man, if you steal my kill, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, Leviathan. And he's angry. There we go, Bleep. Get your attacks in. So long as you're not playing a game only for us, it's as healthy as a video gaming can be. Yeah, you know, there's definitely times when I would play games that I would like to play that just are not good for streaming, but I also genuinely enjoy the games that I do play. The Kenshi and the Fallout and the things like that, so, you know, it all balances out. Is the basic story of this character so far, or is it too long to go into? You know, this character doesn't really have much of a, like, personal backstory, but this is a Fogman drone. So I don't know how familiar you are with the units in the game, but the Fogmen are the weakest units. They're basically hivers, but worse. And we started as a, Fogman drone solo permadeath. The idea is we are trying to train our character to be as strong as possible and ascend up a list of bounties and key enemies. So we've taken out a number of notorious like bandits for bounties and things like that. And we've sort of played him as a bit of a mercenary, doesn't much care for factions or right or wrong, but only who he can take down and get a profit from next. Although, to be fair, I kind of have so much money that I don't really know what to do with more bounties, but just taking out key bounties and megafauna has been a good way to play the run. Oh man, this Leviathan's gonna kill the King Gorillo. Bleep is truly the man with the sword character the original creator was thinking about. I'm curious what kind of damage a Leviathan does. Bounties are a great way to work on rep even after you don't need the cash. Yeah, that's true. Although a lot of them we have been just throwing in the jail cell. Like, for instance, with the United Cities, we have a bounty, so we can't talk to them to turn in bounties. We just throw them in a jail cell, which gets us the money, but it doesn't get us the rep. Bleep is now taking revenge on this Leviathan that has robbed him of this fight. Wow, they do a lot of natural damage. If I didn't have this head protection, would have been dead. And you know what, honestly? I think we gotta... If we're gonna fight him again, we gotta have the tin can. Because that was a 10% chance to just die. Because the way the armored faceplate coverage works, they only have a 90% chance to reduce the damage, and the natural damage on that attack was like 150. Would have been an instant kill. He's already done bleeding. Our melee attack has leveled up. I don't know if that's from the gorilla or if fighting the Leviathan actually did something for our melee attack. Perhaps the crossbow training is a good idea. Knew I said crossbow for a reason. Holy. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. All right, let's see what the Leviathan likes with a little crossbow training. Not even sure I have enough bolts to be doing this, but... You know, honestly, this whole situation may be our fault. We may have caused this by putting the small shack where we did. Wow, look at that group of land bats. Our supposed stat was 4, now it's already past 20. It was like 15 when we started the King Gorillo. It's just got a massive debuff down here. Almost 100 defense. Yeah, we're very high. We're, 88. It's part of the reason we were fighting the King Gorillo was for leveling. Kenshi be Kenshiing, exactly. And we're gonna Kenshi right back. This is what you do. Got a bolts in that one. What do we have here? No bolts. We are fresh out. And the Gorillo is down for the count. Yeah, 169 plus 25. It's like 194. Well... backpack. We have this backpack on. You'll use some of your fortune to buy more bolts. Oh man, we were, look how many bolts we shot into the side of the building instead of hitting the Leviathan. We can see about buying more bolts, but I have a feeling... Oh, let's, I want to pick this up with the other backpack. I have a feeling if we do that, the Leviathan will despawn by the time we get back. But let's see. We're going on an adventure. I thought Gorilla's bigger than you. Don't look at me the wrong way. Same where I can't shoot crossbows. All right, Ranger Shop. Show me what you got. Some toothpicks. Get some regulars. Probably stack them in this bag. All right. Go see the status of the Leviathan at my outpost. Are we fighting now? Oh, some land bats all the way over there. Okay. Bought that with a small fortune of 100,000 cats. Still carrying that gurgler head around. I haven't found anybody yet with 60,000 cats to buy it from me. And I haven't done one trade deal large enough to give them the money that they can buy it. Status of Leviathan, big as fuck. Also, deloaded. Now, where's King Gorillo? I wonder if the King Gorillo is dead. I wonder if it might have taken its status of being in a blood loss KO and applied it to death when it unloaded. Well, that's not the most satisfying story, but you know, that's the way it goes. Sometimes your white whale gets away, sometimes it's your Leviathan and King Gorillo. I think I lost a building material in that process. Did. But the arrows remain. Alright, which way do I want to go now? Fastest way probably is just to go up through Venge and hit this way station. Means we need to put on our burn resistant clothes. The arrows not unloading is actually crazy. Yeah, they tend to be pretty persistent. Alright, up through Venge we go. I wonder if it's a different Leviathan. Yeah, it's probably a different Leviathan. If I come across anything knocked out, I'm going to pick it up for extra strength training while we move. Problem, I don't know how to unequip my crossbow with as full as my backpack is. Mod for the eye satellite to move, just randomly drift around the continent, to causing chaos. Yeah, so I know there are mods where you can spread the lasers all over the map. Oh, what if there was a mod where you could control the laser? Like if you had to gain access to a really high level area and then you could point the eye at whatever you wanted to burn. All right, Howler's Maze time. Bye-bye, wolves. Speedrun strats straight for the eye controller. It'd be like that one choice in Lonesome Road in Fallout New Vegas. Am I missing any megafauna? We've got the king gorillo, the great white gorillo, the mega crab, and then we'll probably pay a visit to the mega raptor. And we killed the alpha gurgler. Considering the tech the First Empire had, who's to say the First Empire isn't on the planet in the Kenshi night sky? I have heard that theory before. And, you know, the fact that there's a space elevator does lend some credence to it. Well, honestly, there's a small shack here. Maybe we just build a bed in it. We'll see. Oh, that's right. I didn't research beds. I keep buying materials to build beds as though I'm capable of it. Bleep. Hello, mission control to Bleep. Bleep is a ghost. Okay, we're gonna do a little save and load here. There we go. All right, Bleep, you've been trained up since your last encounter. Where's the mega crab? I traveled this way for a fight. Didn't kill the mega crab, right? I don't think I did. Me when the when, that's what I'm saying. I think what I'm going to do is grab the bed. out of the area and save and load. We mega crabbant? Yeah, right now we are. I'm gonna take my anger out on this nest. I've got the wrong backpack on. I don't... Oh, yeah, we were at 76 attack, so that did basically nothing for us. Okay, let's get over here, like, to the other side of the mountain and try loading and reloading. I don't necessarily want to import because I feel like that may restore more things than we're wanting. Maybe if you kill enough of the little ones, Big Daddy will come along, maybe. Maybe. Bleep, you have 78 defense. How are you being hit so often? Would definitely be the time to go into cheat mode and spawn one in yourself, because I remember you running away from it. I honestly don't even know how to do that. All right, let's save. Reload. Go back to the town. Be eating crab legs tonight. I think Bleep prefers ration packs. I didn't expect the mega crab to be in here, but like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we never killed it. Just real quick. I was hoping there was just like a, you know, spawn animal button or spawn unit, you know. Live watching this game on YouTube, seen some crazy challenges before. Yeah, so we tend to do a lot of those. Oh, love. Yeah, welcome in, Drake. How you doing? Yeah, so I've got a good number of those challenges over on YouTube. And this is one of them. Well, I guess for today, we can always go for the Mega Raptor, and I can always look up how to spawn in a Mega Crab later so we can still do it in the playthrough. Our headcanon, until we can confirm it was killed, is Bleep is so strong that he doesn't remember defeating the Mega Crab. Just another day for him. Maybe reset population would work. I can try it. I'm worried that that is like importing with dead units, and it's going to bring everybody back. Let's, I don't know how this thing works. We're gonna find out. Okay, either it's all loading, or I have broken my game. And it does not appear to be loading because time is moving. I think that's for mod tools. But you know what? We did science here live, and that's something we should be proud of. So surely all we have to do is cross the entire map and take out the Mega Raptor next. And then I'm running out of ideas on bounties that aren't like the major faction leaders. Should only bring everyone from the town back unless Kenshi done Kenshi to Kenshi. Yes, something happened. Something happened and I don't know what it was. But the Mega Crab is scared. It's hiding from us. I want to be going this way. Why are you following me, telling me you're not going to go back to the mines? Oh, we got acid rain. Of course we got acid rain. You know what, I'm trying to remember if the water off the coast of Raptor Island is acidic. I don't think it is, but I think you have to go to the right point in Vane. We're just gonna tell Bleep to cross the entire map and see how he handles that direction. Only good things can come of this, I'm sure. I think he wants to join you, and actually he could be useful for target practice through a wall. It is true, but this is a solo playthrough, and having anybody join for training purposes would defeat that. Man, it's times like this when you realize you don't appreciate Kenshi enough. The ability to just fly across the map like this. I wonder if we still have a bounty with the United Cities. If we're gonna be enemies with them forever, we could start fighting some of their, like, slave farms and stuff. The Empire Noble Hooded Guards have high stats that could help us in raising our attack and such. I'm struggling to figure out how we're going to get from, like, 76 attack to, like, 90 attack. And I think that's going to be what's demanded of us to really take on some of the high-level enemies. To be honest, killing the Mega Raptor is more about sending a box, or checking a box. It's about sending a message. It's about checking a box more than it is actual training. Carrying both Meito polearms is kind of a flex, no? So just to let you know, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. And then next weekend might be up in the air. I might do only one stream next weekend. So I have some life and family stuff going on early, like the week after next weekend. I've got some stuff going on. So I might do just the one day. We'll see. Hope you're having a good day. How's the run going? Pretty well. We are, you know, we're trying to figure out how to level up our stats from here, because we're very high level stats, but we're not high enough to fight the end game enemies yet. So we're trying to work that out. Obscure Trist, welcome in. Yes, thank you for commenting on the Fallout 4 scavenger videos. I'm hoping to do more of those this week. I've been so caught up on editing. I've got almost, I've got this Kenshi video that's almost 11 hours long, or actually probably more than 11 hours long, and I've been really trying to get it across the finish line, so I've been sacrificing some stream days, but I am hoping to stream a little more this week. Especially since next weekend and that following week will probably be light on streams. I've got so many Fallout playthroughs that I want to do, and Kenshi playthroughs, but I want to do a modded Brotherhood Heavy Trooper playthrough with some of the like shoulder-mounted autocannons and stuff. I want to do a Fallout 4 and a New Vegas video where I try to cook every animal. And then I've got a real interesting one I'm working on for New Vegas. It's called Fallout New Vegas, but I'm running from my sleep demon. I'll let you kind of marinate on that one and see if you guess correctly what it's about. Your editing is good, so take your time. Hey, I really appreciate it. I put hours into the editing, so that means a lot. Agents of Darkness! Agents of Darkness are coming! Are you just a solo paladin on the road? Survival with no sleep? Oh, if only it were that simple. Is it running from evil Malcolm Holmes? Wait, there is a paralysis effect in New Vegas, so you could legitimately do like if an enemy catches you, they paralyze you, and it's like running from your sleep paralysis demon. That that could be interesting. I wonder if there's a forced sleep effect in New Vegas. I've always wanted to do a playthrough as a narcoleptic where like you can fall asleep on the spot and big events can temporarily paralyze you for a couple seconds and things like that. Modify some of the chems like mentats and jet so that they temporarily reduce your sleep need. But I'm not a modder. Maybe one day I'll gain that skill set. Looking forward to all the runs. I appreciate it. I can't wait to get into some of them. All right, we're moving, and we're grooving. We're on our way to the Mega Raptor. So that's a mod. It is. Now, I do know there is a Disco Elysium New Vegas mod. So it gives you like thought cabinet traits and stuff from Disco Elysium. And one of the traits is narcoleptic. It's not the way I would have implemented it, but it could still be interesting. Man, I loved Disco Elysium. I'm hearing that Zero Parades was no good. Which makes me sad, but also I was expecting it, so it doesn't make me that sad. It was the disappointment that you see coming from a distance. Half-Light chiming in the moment you meet Swanwick. Kill him now. Electrochemistry when you do the Datura with the, who was it? The White Legs and Honest Hearts. Your Pip-Boy starts talking to you in the horrific necktie voice. Or your canteen. No, it would definitely be your Vault 13 canteen that speaks to you. Oh, and your scars in your head from the bullets, your scars would absolutely talk to you. After all, the scars remind us that the past is real. Honestly, I can see Harry Dubois rocking out to Last Resort by Papa Roach. like, the more I think about it, that would be, like, his soul song. That could be the song he sings at karaoke. What if I'm not real and the Latina goth girls were a lie? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what to do with that one, Chief. Except to say you gotta believe. There's gotta be something in this life worth believing in. Don't ask me why, but I saw these birds taking off, and I thought it was a UFO over the horizon. Believe in me who believes in you. Who are you that does not know your history? All right, it's Twitch ad time, so you know the deal. We're going to take a very short intermission, and when I come back, we fight the Mega Raptor. I'll see you for it then. Appreciate you.
No, it's difficult when you're starting out and you want more. So I read that that had explosives in it, and I thought, neat. Maybe if I break it in... Or if I break into it, it'll give me a grenade. I wonder if I can spot these hogs from afar. Nope, or from a close.
Y'all ever wonder what you would do without the internet and video games and all of that? Like, where all of that brain power would go if it weren't dedicated to learning thousands of little numbers in a video game? I think about that sometimes. Like, if all of this didn't exist and I lived 500 years ago, would I be, like, a guy who cataloged, like, 150 kinds of pea flour? Or, you know, held some type of historic tradition, or... you know, maybe made some metallurgy advances or something like that. Because today, my brain power goes to this. I lost my right leg. No, child. Child, cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. Do not let this be the last thing you see of me. Hold on. Hold on. Do it for her. Do it for her. No, no, I clicked quit breathing. No. What the hell is this game?
Now that's how you pull up to a funeral. You guys seeing this? I don't think that's supposed to be happening.
Start walking.
Look at this. He's gonna think he's got a chance. Got a new lease on life. You can probably tell from my death counter, Frost is no joke either.
So I'm wondering, thank you all for hanging out, by the way. I'm wondering, after the Mega Raptor, what our next goals should be. Oh, I already killed the Mega Raptor. You all were just gonna let me run across the map and make a fool of myself, knowing full well that I'd already taken down the beast. There was even a clip of it that I somehow forgot until this very moment. I'm legitimately at a loss for what our next move is. Maybe we try to strike like a small holy military base or something. We've taken out Meat Lord. We've taken out the Grand Wizard. Bleep is actually so strong that he defeated 2 Megafauna without remembering it. Oh, you know what? The swamp. The swamp has some bounties we could try to take. Nobody tell chat that I'm stalling because I don't know how to fight the Phoenix and the Bugmaster and all of the other high-level enemies. Oh, there's Valamon, too. Reaver fight. Tressus, we don't know either. Well, yeah, but that's why you watch me figure it out or die trying. Okay, swamp. Maybe Reavers are next. After swamp. What strength and dexterity could I gain if I got rid of my right leg? I don't think any. I think the legs are solely athletics and stealth and things like that. It's a good thing we didn't just waste a bunch of time traveling across the entire map or anything. That would have been foolish. I don't know how I'd recover from something like that. Bleep, whatever you do, don't go swimming through any rivers here, okay? Stick to the roads, my friend. Little athletics training. I have athletics of 91. There's not very far to go from here. Little bit of strength training, but I mean, this whole episode we've almost gained 1 level of strength. So, you know, I guess it's something. Now, if I take out any, probably my fastest point to turn in a bounty is going to be to come back to the Shek Kingdom, so whether Squin or Admag. Guess we'll try Shark first. I think that's Shark. I'm not very familiar with the swamps. I don't often set up in here. There's Catlon too, but I'm gonna be real honest. I am afraid Catlon could one-shot me. Although the Storm Thralls, they might be okay for training. If I commit to a real long stay. Where you going, Bleep? Alright, so I feel like there's a couple HQs in here if I remember. Or maybe just the one. Wow, there's a lot of enemies in here. Okay, Big Grim. Big Grim actually does not seem to have a bounty. Let's see. Boy, ever heard of a thing called Space Punk? Space Punk? What does he want from me? Can't he see I'm busy? Not like I ain't got a goddamn swamp or anything to run, eh? Wants chit-chat, I guess, boss. Chit-chat, what do I look like, a fucking barman? Last person who tried to chit-chat with me got a fork in the eye. Good thing I'm wearing my tin can. Was I making a joke, Hound? Do I look like a comedian to you now? No, boss. And what are you gawking at, creep? Get out of here before I fork you. How about you go fork yourself? Storm Thralls are probably too numerous to fight. You know, honestly, with my population settings the way they are, you may be correct. I'm looking for any bounties. Think we're gonna find any in here? Oh, a holy pacifier, huh? Kidneys hurt? I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Get that checked out if that persists. Wow, you could buy this little hut for only 4,000 cats. Alright, we'll check for any bounties in the dancing skeleton. Empire mercenaries, huh? Look at this one, Marjorie. It's a bleeding Fogman. Wait, there's dialogue for Fogmen? My name ain't Marjorie. He's only a bloody bleeding Fogman, isn't he, Marjorie? A bleeding Fogman? I'm not a Fogman, I'm just a normal hiver. Bleeding hell, a talking bloody Fogman, is it? Oh no. It's just random dialogue for this one. They think this one is a Fogman. That hut is in the swamp. It should be far cheaper. That place blows, but 4,000 cats, come on. Hey, Maiko, good to see you. No, really, I'm not a... We're gonna be bloody rich, get him! No. Aww. Meanwhile, an actual Fogman is right here. Right here in front of you, and you got nothing to say. Omelet and green... Meet the spy. Housing prices in Black Desert City is insane. I believe it. Alright, well, I guess we can check out, I think it's around here somewhere. Should be the red sabers and such. Stone Rat Village. I don't remember if the Stone Rats have a bounty, but we should check it out. Hello, I'm the bounty inspector. Hand over your bounties to be inspected, please. I mean, look, why would they have a hideout if there wasn't a bounty on somebody? They got some high stats. They're missing blood for some reason. I wonder if that's the blood spiders. Got a shop. Got a residential flashbox. Let's see what's up. Maybe he'll pay us for somebody else. High on drugs? Try some delicious fish. Looking for drugs and fish? Sure, I'll take a look. Huh. Very nice drugs and fish, thank you. Alright, let's look for the red sabers then. Infinite athletics training glitch? Any percent? somewhere around here or around there. I never remember in the swamp. Love the drugs and fish guy. Who wouldn't? All right, here we go. Here's a barrack. All right, who am I looking at? Slavery is okay, but drugs aren't. How crazy. What a messed up world this is. Shade, you got yourself a bounty, Shade. And I'm here to collect. I like how unbothered everybody is. Even the ones taking splash damage just aren't resisting. Oh, now they're hostile towards me. But are they going to do anything? I came here to get some combat experience, and I'm not leaving without it. And honestly, I think we can hinder our attack even more. Really not gaining much from this. Everybody's standing around hitting training dummies instead of getting actual combat experience that's being handed right to them. Nobody will hear you scream in the swamps, intruder. Shade might be legitimately dead. Okay, anybody else? You there. Oh, Carl's Chosen. They might be a decent fight. How dare these people breathe in peace? Well, probably because of their gas masks. Those probably help. Yeah, you'll live until I can turn your bounty in. Check Kingdom. Let's go AdMag. Committing crime, you say? And who's gonna stop me? That did basically nothing for our leveling, except we got a new level of strength, probably just from carrying the body. But we can check out Kral's Chosen, and we can try the Berserker Village as well. Discovered a ruin. We're going to ignore that because one of the ruins is full of blood spiders. Looks like we got a total of 8 residents at the Berserker Village. Tibet, have a good one. Have a good one, follower of Clay. Thanks for stopping by. Want to listen to a ridiculous thrash metal song? Look up the song Zombie vs. Shark by Send More Paramedics. They're the ones that do like the B horror movie themed songs, right? What movie is that a reference to? Is that Return of the Living Dead? Send More Paramedics. Zombie themed, yeah, that makes sense. I bought a DVD at a thrift store recently that I still haven't watched. I want to say it's Land of the Dead, maybe? Carrying bodies kind of remains undefeated as far as raising strength XP goes. All right, where's the police station? Here we go. My bounty's still alive. Oh, my bounty is critical, but alive. There we go, 20,000 cat reward. Part always makes you laugh because they just keep sending more and more cops and paramedics, growing the horde exactly. Alright, so let's see. If I were Kral's Chosen, I would be I always forget where New Crawlia is. I think it might be around here. Let's go this way and sort of head towards the Berserker village and see if we trigger New Crawlia to appear on the map while we're in the area. Now imagining playing this with no map. New Crawlia, there we go. And especially with some of the like real immersive horror type mods, like Darker Nights and things like that. Oh, that could be real fun. Hello, hi, yes. I am here to collect on a bounty. Foolishness! Is it now? Hey, they do some damage. They also take some damage. Now hostile towards us. Understood. And that cut left is a nasty attack. You can hear someone still trading, yep. My polearm skill is 70. Look, cannibals. Is that a response to me being a Fogman, or... Cannibals might as well brawl with dogs, savages. Oh, yeah? You're no challenge to a Shek warrior, Bugman. Yeah, that was a pretty nice shot to the head, I will grant that. Hello, Hive. Oh, great, we can take a nap. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna heal up in your own bed. Who are they fighting now? Oh, why are they fighting Krall's Chosen? Nothing makes sense. Everything is scary. Welcome to Kenshi. You, stop bullying the Garu. Why is this one scooting its butt along the ground like a dog? Oh, you're a higher level Krall's Chosen. Not that it did you any good. Well, you kind of stole my thunder a little bit, not gonna lie. Caravan just came in here and cleaned up everybody before I could. At least try to get some hits in. Well, that's Flying Bull. All 3 of your Ronin just got beat up by a bone dog. It happens more than you would like to think. We gained essentially nothing from that encounter. It is so hard to level up at this point. There is a reason the meta strategies are the meta strategies, unfortunately. Hive Queen said, do not let this hiveless queenless get my money, but you still got the bounty. Honestly, I don't think they really care for bounties. I think they prefer to make their money in trade. Hi, yes, I just dropped off 1 bounty. I'm here for another, for the 2-for-1 special. What does our reputation look like with the Shek? Ah, 10. Okay. You doing cardio again? Well, only in as much as we had to turn somebody over for a bounty. Let's actually buy a bed. We can afford a bed. Great warriors can afford to pay 100 cats for a bed. Food still... They have ration packs. I would love some of those. They most likely have meat wraps instead. Would a meat wrap go in my inventory? But you know what? I don't think we need this other empty backpack, but yeah. Oh, we don't need the fabric because I can't build a bed anyway. All right. We got some meat wraps. Those will fuel us as we head into Berserker country. I don't know if I've ever stopped at this Berserker village or not. Go to a shop, get all the materials necessary to research beds and a bunch of stuff. And do what now? Kinda hoping there would be some enemies here. They must be out on patrol. Oh, here we go. Ghost! You're a bounty. Wow. That one kind of feels unsporting, I'm not gonna lie. Give them that 60k head. Let me see. You know I got that 60k head, that gurgler head. All right, to add mag. Yeah, the King Gurgler. You know the one. Nothing brings in money like head from a gurgler. The King Gurgler, no less. Praising, welcome in, McSauce. I don't know what you're talking about. People pay good money for King Gurgler head. And Fog Prince head, but not as good. Chat clip, I'll leave a marker. All right, so as I said at the beginning, this obviously has been a little bit of a shorter stream. I usually like to go between 3 to 4 hours, and you know what? This is approaching 3 hours. But as we turn in this bounty, I will be logging off for the night. It is getting late, and as I'm adjusting to not having my daytime medicine for my narcolepsy, I am more sleepy. So I'm going to turn in this bounty, and then I'm going to get some sleep. But I will be back tomorrow, and I will aim to be back tomorrow a little earlier. I usually like to start between 6 and 7 Eastern. Today I started more about 8. But we'll see. We play it by ear. I do the best that I can because this pursuing this allows me to be a little flexible, and I appreciate that. And another bounty. Let's look at our handiwork. Oh, I forgot we turned in Gorillo here, too. Can we style on them real quick? I need that thumbnail moment. Perfect. Now I got a couple choices for thumbnails tomorrow. So we're going to save game. Style on them. All right, and thank you for being here, everybody, for another great stream. I really appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, especially if you're new here, likes are appreciated. Consider subscribing if you want to see more Kenshi VODs, more Kenshi playthroughs. I've got edited videos, my Fogman video, my blind first playthrough series, my solo hardcore rock bottom martial arts playthrough, and coming soon, close to 12 hours of Kenshi Crabmaster. Yes, that's right. The Kenshi Crabmaster video is over 11 hours already, so you need something to fall asleep to. I got you. You need something to carry you through an entire extended shift. I got you. Coming soon. Subscribe to the channel if that sounds good to you. All right, we're going to go ahead and close out. Hey, thank you, Mix Sauce. Oh, that's the wrong button. All right, YouTube, we're going to close you first. YouTube, thank you for being here. Whether you were here live or you caught the VOD, I appreciate you, and I hope to see you back for another episode of Kenshi's Weakest Warrior, or for one of the many Kenshi series that we have that you'll find in the pinned comment below.